Stephen King is the king of horror books. Since 1974, he has written 50 novels, almost 200 scary short stories, and 5 nonfiction books. King writes for at least 4 hours every day, except on his birthday and important holidays.
The ideas come and they have to be let out, that's all. They just have to be let out.
King wants to scare us. But what scares him?
Everything that scares you, everything that scares anybody, that's part of the reason for my success.
Stephen King and his wife Tabitha met in college. They've been married for 26 years, and they have raised 3 children. And because Tabitha is also a writer, they understand each other.
I don't find what he writes weird, and I don't find his characters weird, okay? I think one of his tremendous appeals to people is that he puts you in a world that you recognize, among people that you know. And then if bizarre things happen to them, well, the world is a very strange place.
Stephen doesn't spend all of his time writing, though. He's in a band with a group of other famous writers who sing. He is also a big baseball fan. He even built a $1 million baseball park for kids behind his house.
You're kind of a kid.
Yeah.
King was born in Portland, Maine in 1947. He says his childhood was normal. He started writing when he was a kid and sold his first story to a magazine when he was 18. After Stephen and Tabitha got married, they lived in a cheap apartment. She worked at a donut shop. He worked at a laundry. But he kept writing, and one day in 1973, his editor called. Paperback rights for Carrie sold for $400,000. Today, the Kings have enough money to rebuild the local library. Stephen says he has always loved to read.
Do you like Jane Austen?
I've never read a Jane Austen novel in my life. Seen a couple of the movies. You don't put that on the air.
Tolstoy. Did you have...
I've never read Tolstoy.
You've never read Jane Austen or Tolstoy?
Never read Jane Austen or Tolstoy.
The greatest novelists.
I've read most of what Dean Koontz has written, though.
Here you are, one of the best-selling authors in all of history, and the critics can't find much that they like in your work. Does this hurt?
Well, it does hurt.
But his fans don't seem to care what his critics say. They love his books.